Good morning, everyone. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my 1996 Ford F-250 four-wheel drive 7.3 diesel with 138,000 original miles. Alright, so again we have a 96 Ford F-250. This is a factory 4x4 F-250 with 138,000 Carfax verified miles. The Carfax actually does have one minor on it, but in the minor it says vehicle was not damaged. So I really classify it as a clean Carfax. You will see one notation on there that says a minor, but it says, if you look at the Carfax, vehicle was not damaged. So take a look at the Carfax. It's on my website, pcclassiccars.com, in the additional informations tab, so you guys can check that out. But no other issues with the Carfax. The miles are 138,269, and on a 7.3, that's pretty much nothing. These are great trucks. They're good for 350,000 miles. I've owned a bunch of them with way more miles. I've owned a bunch of them with way less miles. This is good miles, if you ask me. It's a truck that runs, drives, stops, and steers excellent. It is the original 7.3 turbo diesel this truck was born with. And then you have your standard E40D, I believe that's what it is, E40D automatic overdrive transmission, 4x4 with automatic locking hubs, power steering, power front disc brakes, full factory style exhaust. It sounds like a 7.3. You really hear motor more than you do the exhaust. But it's something you can drive every single day if you want to, and just a really cool, clean pickup front to back. On the interior, you have your code 5V4, which is your royal blue interior. The dash has a couple small little spots. There's a tiny little imperfection on the top of the dash here, and then the little bullseye spot right there. The little speaker grill's kind of coming over off on the door panel on that side. A small little wear spot on the driver's seat bottom, and then a couple tiny little imperfections in the headliner. But for being an original interior, it shows nice. Seat cover feels good. Carpet's in good shape. Nice mats. Gauges are all easy to read. This is a just a very stock interior outside of having the JVC stereo installed. This is a dual tank truck, and the dual tanks do work. And I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not going to lock up the brakes. We'll go around the back way here instead of me again slamming on the brakes like I normally would, where I would normally turn there. We'll go the back way. But all the gauges, lights, horn, wipers, radio, heat, AC, parking brake, the wiper fluid sprayers, everything on this truck works and it's ready to go. My Does It Work section is posted on the website at the end of the photo set. It is also in the additional informations tab. You'll see a screenshot of the additional information, or excuse me, you will see a screenshot in the additional informations tab of my Does It Work section. My brain is not warmed up here this morning, so just give us a minute and I'll learn how to talk, I guess. We'll get in the throttle a little bit, let y'all hear that 7.3. If you ask me, the 7.3 is going to be your pinnacle diesel motor. Obviously your flagship motor for the diesels, for the Fords. Always been a huge fan of 7.3s. I've sold a ton of them. In this body style or the next body style up to the early 2000s. I've owned a ton of these trucks. And this one just drives really, really well. On the underneath, super solid. Inner rockers, cab corners, frame itself, everything's very nice. Only thing that I would note is this one does not have a spare tire underneath the back of it. So if you want to remount a spare, you have to get the mounting hardware for underneath the bed, but that's really minimal. This does have your gooseneck hitch. You also have your standard trailer hitch receiver in the back, and then you do have trailer brake controller up underneath the dash here. But again, bottom side's very clean, no issues with rust or any problems on the underneath. The exterior is your code KT, which is your blue metallic. Most of the truck is original. It looks like the hood was reshot and the top of the cab was reshot along with the A-pillars. It's got a little bit of clear coat peeling over there on the fender on the passenger side. I would say the color's really close on the hood as well as the cab. Outside, you don't really notice any differentiating in the color. Just the metallic's a little bit heavier on the hood and the roof than the rest of the truck, but it still represents very clean. It is original paint. The truck does have 138,000 miles, so it has a little bit of age. Again, you have some clear coat peeling over there, some touch-ups, some imperfections all the way around the truck. The trim's probably original on it, so it has a little bit of age there too. Small ding in the tailgate, and then a couple imperfections on the bumpers. Again, check out the additional informations tab. For the miles and the age of the truck, it still is very clean, but it is not brand new. Overall, still represents very well, and it's a clean pickup. You have brand new 16-inch American Racing wheels. They mimic the original style wheel. You got a brand new BFG white letter all-terrain tire. I think it is an awesome, awesome wheel and tire combo for these trucks. I put it on a bunch of them, and this one just looks really nice. You can't go wrong with the white letter BFG on a OBS Ford. It just looks killer if you ask me again. Suspension's all stock style equipment, performs great. It's actually a very comfortable truck to drive. It does not beat you to death. The suspension feels good. The steering is nice and tight. The brakes do exactly what you want to do. And this is a super, super bumpy road. So I might be bouncing around a little bit in here, but again, the road feel for the truck is very, very comfortable. Something you can drive every single day if you want to. Driving position is very comfortable. You have all your standard options like tilt, and you have cruise, power windows, power locks, power mirrors. All that stuff is good to go on this pickup as well. You have your standard tach and speedo, oil pressure, temperature gauge, voltage, and your fuel gauge. And then again, your dual tanks do switch and do work properly as well. AC blows nice and cold. The heat also works. Roll into it again here one more time. These trucks are just super fun to drive. You do have a real nice spray and bed liner. A few little dings on the wheel wells on the inside. This truck probably had a camper shell on it for most of its life. A few little rub marks on the back of the cab underneath the rear window. You do have a sliding rear window. Four by four all works like it should. Again, it's automatic locking hubs. In the engine bay, when you pop the hood, very stock appearing. Check the blow by. This one, you flip the cap over, doesn't pop off, stays where it needs to. Motor's very strong, very tight. Again, 138,000 miles on a 7.3. It's got tons and tons and tons of life left in it. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, these trucks are notorious for 300,000 miles plus, and you see them for sale regularly with those miles. So I classify this as really good miles on one of these. Love the color combo, the blue with the blue. Just not a lot to complain about. You got some little cosmetic age you're going to get on any of these trucks, but always a huge fan of the 7.3s. And this one being 4x4, good miles, clean truck, great color combo. Roll into it again. That's 65. We'll hit 70 and we'll shut it down. Actually, we'll do 75. There's 75. It's good to go. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drives. Make sure you check out that virtual description video along with the additional informations tab. Both are posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. On the website, check out the merch link up at the very, very top. Hats, t-shirts, polos, all kinds of goodies for y'all to check out where you guys can buy and support the dealership and check out some merchandise. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys around.